Hello everybody, my name's John and welcome to my channel. Firstly, a very big thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the channel. I just hit 4,000 subs this morning. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the ZE Racing Pirates 3 BX-8E and I have a problem. Now, I haven't run it since the last video. I noticed it started to get rusty and that's my fault. I was kind of leaving it to see how bad it would get on both this one and the Cheetah, because I was going to make a video about maintenance of your vehicle and showing you what you need to do and the fact that you need to clean it and blah blah blah. Anyway, today, as the weather outside is absolutely sunny and gorgeous, I decided to get everything together, charge up the batteries on this and the Cheetah and go looking for a place to blast around the country. I have one place in mind by the old airport. However, the rear wheel on the right hand side here was not turning. Now I've sprayed it with some spray, managed to get it loose, but now this wheel, front right, locking completely. Can't get it free, and this one is still a little bit loose. Now, sorry, a little bit tight. It's not the nuts. I've had all the wheels off and the same thing's happening, but this is absolutely bizarre. Am I just completely missing a trick? Is there some reason why it's doing this? You know, I am very new to this vehicle, so, you know, it could just be something really, really simple, but what it can be causing something like that, I'm lost. I mean, you can see that that wheel's a lot freer than this one as well, so for the love of God, people, please look after your machines. You'll be surprised how quickly they rust up. This one, specifically on the rear drive shaft here, was rusting within 3 days. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm at a salty area, so I do understand, you know, that has an effect. But to that degree, wow. Okay, so, I mean, first and foremost, let me get the wheel off so that I can see that there's nothing obstructing it and nothing stupidly obvious. Which of course it can be, it is me. This is a very big nut. 1/16. I believe it's 17 mil. So, let's get that out of the way and see if the problem is still there. I can see straight away what the problem is. Absolutely mind-bogglingly stupid. And how it's come out, I do not know. Let me grab a pointing tool. I thought I was going to have to take all the differential apart. See this pin on the drive shaft? It's completely come out. Completely come out. I don't think it's supposed to be coming out, obviously. Can you imagine if that happened at speed? I'm going to have to take it apart. Because I need to get it out, don't I? So that is what we shall do. We shall take it apart. This camera's having to be higher up because the car is bigger, I'm afraid. Not a lot I can do about that. You understand the maintenance of these cars is actually really very important. Now, while my video was going to be quite informative, I don't want to do any damage to these cars. I really don't. I mean, things like the drive shaft, you know, okay, it rusts up. I can probably get it nice and clean with a good scrub anyway. But, you know, if there's anything more serious, I'm going to feel really terrible. Plus, I don't really have a lot of money to replace these parts. So I'm going to have to do my maintenance video very quickly. I'm taking this apart. I assume that this is how I take this off. Could be that pin there, of course. No, there we go. Good, good, good. Right. Just try and flip the drive shaft out the way of the shock, which is not working so well. And let's just take this off down here, get this shock out the way. Just have to quickly look at this camera up here again because, you know, as I said, the car is big and I forget that sometimes the end of it can be outside of the camera view, so I love having two cameras because I'm able to show you all closer to the action. But sometimes I wish I had 20 cameras, but for the love of God, I would not want to edit it myself. Something that I found quite interesting was I've been editing on YouTube now for, what, 9 months now? And for the first 7 months, when I had 2 videos, or on some occasions I had 3 or 4 videos, I was manually editing the audio together to get it lined up, and that took ages, as you can imagine, especially when I'd got lots of clips together, which I do every time. I stop and start these video cameras all the time. And then I just saw that there's a little button that says sync audio, and I nearly threw my computer out the window. But I didn't, because I thought, well, maybe they just recently added that and I just didn't notice it until that point. So something so simple as that has just changed everything. Now my video editing just goes so much quicker. Right, that took a long time. My golly gosh. Right, now this is out. Let's see what's going on in here. Why has that pin come out in the first place? I can't get this off. Usually this is the bit where you would pull the hex off and then the pin is inside, but this pin is put through the hex, which is great. But it's either heated in there, so you heat it up and then the pin becomes movable, or I have seen a little sort of, let me get it in line, a little thing that you clip over the hex nut and then you twist it and it slowly pushes the hex nut out. But I don't have one of those, so I'm going to have to look on the internet quickly to see if I can find that. Let me get this out. Should these be moving? No, they should not be moving, should they? It's the same as on any Dogbone drive shaft. You don't want that moving. I don't suppose that's the same one, is it? No. Of course it's not. Is it that one? Of course it's not. Excuse me, while I find the correct size. There's a nut on the bottom of this one here, so if you ever need to take it off yourselves, that's what's stopping it. There we go. Right, now we can get down here and find out what's going on. That, I'm telling you now, that should not be off. I see, it's supposed to be gripped. If you look on here, looks like it's supposed to grip in the centre, but it's obviously come off. Can you imagine if that was at full speed and that happened? What the devastation that would be to all of this. Pushing it back in and seeing if I can put enough force on it to put it back in position. Just get above the camera here and hopefully you can see. Actually, I'm going to bring the camera down rather than bring the car up to the camera. Going down. Sorry, I have to do this so that we get a good view. Right, car. You see the pin here? This is the one that I have to push in. Okay, halfway in. has to go all the way in, or else it could just fall out again, can't it? Ugh. Whoa. That is almost flush now. I'm going to just push it in one more time and hopefully I won't push it out the other way. That's worried me a little bit actually. I'm going to push it in a little bit more because if you look on this side it's only sticking out a little bit. There you see. Where on that side it's stuck out quite a lot, so I'm going to push it a little bit more, see if I can get it in. Sorry about the view, I understand it's frustrating, but it's requiring quite a lot of force to push this in. Okay. Right, that's that side. At least that's now back to operating conditions. So let's put this back together. I will fast forward through this so you don't have the boredom of watching me just screw this back together. Okay, now this one is back together. I'll move the camera up and out of the way so I don't go smashing it. I want to check this one because I'm a little bit nervous now. If it's happened on that side, it can happen on this side, obviously. Hopefully it's just a freak situation, but if you own one of these cars and you've had this similar thing happen, please write it in the comments below, and if you found a solution or something like that. I'm just going to take this one off so I can swing it down and have a quick look. Let's have a look. Ooh. Actually, yes. You have a look. See that there? Slightly stuck out. But it's stuck out the other, yeah. Let me turn it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, now you can clearly see. Getting these angles are so much fun. Just there. See that it's stuck out? So I'm definitely going to have to push it back in. There we go, that's a much better angle now. Slightly out. Absolutely bizarre that this is doing this. Can't believe that. Okay, I'm just going to push it back in. You just saw me do the other one, so it's not so vital that you watch this one. I just want to make sure that it goes in properly. That one pushed in a little bit too easily for my liking. That's definitely something that I'm going to have to keep an eye on then. And if any of you own one of these, I suggest that you do the same thing. Let me just put the drive shaft in the correct position. Back in. The one thing that I really do not like concerning these RC cars is when I don't have the time to strip them down, play with them, like the 00 toys 144001 and the 124019 and whatnot. I've had the time to strip them down and I can put them back together pretty much blindfolded. I know where every screw goes. But more complex car like this, I just haven't. It's not that I haven't had the desire, I just haven't had the time, unfortunately, because obviously I've been making other videos and whatnot. But I'm gonna have to start putting some time into this because it's such a nice car, such a well-built car as well. So please, if you own this car, take my situation here as a word of caution to your... Check that your drive shafts are not doing that. Okay, well, at least it's back together enough now where I can get out into the sun and have a bit of a bash. Let me just show you these here. Look how pretty they are. I bought these for specifically this car, but let's have a look. Oh, I don't know, the wheels are... I mean, obviously the treads are completely different, the diameter is completely different, but the actual wheel size is identical. So I'm not going to make the video until you guys out there say that you'd like to see me do this, but do you reckon that these would not look great, but work great on this car? Oh, look at that. What do you reckon? Could be a lot of fun, couldn't it? A real tarmac monster then, because I have a lot more fun with this car on the tarmac than I do on the gravel for some reason. I do not know why. So I'm going to take it that the greasing that I've done on the rear of the vehicle is going to solve that problem. As you know, I've done the silicone down here and given the motor some support. It was grinding a little bit. It sounded really unhealthy, so I've done the same trick with the hairdryer, heated up the screws, and even with all that silicone gunk down there, I managed to reposition the motor, tighten it up, and it sounds sweet again now. So that's solved that. But I will definitely get on to the maintenance of your RC car videos as soon as I can, because this is quite important that we... I mean, you guys can be obviously a lot better than me. And usually I'm quite good at keeping them nice and clean, but I had to leave them. And it's quite hard when you like to keep things relatively clean and leave it with all that sand and dirt on it. Ooh. There we go. Where's the other wheel? Let's get this on and then we will call this video completed. I don't think there wasn't anything else wrong with this right now. These nuts have to ensure that they go on that way and not that way. If you put them that way, they will come off. That's why they've got these little grooves, because then the grooves sit in the groovy parts here. So I assume once the wheels start to get a bit old, that potentially this grippy system would stop working so well, so you'd have to buy some new wheels. Right. Gorgeous, beautiful. Okay, we are done for now. Again, post in the comments if you'd like me to do that video. I think it'd be a lot of fun, just to even see if these wheels will balloon up like these ones do. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted if new videos released, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.